And right now at 3, rain all day, but an even stronger system is expected to hit overnight. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. A flood watch will go into effect for all of LA County starting at 1 a.m. The city of LA has issued evacuation orders for specific homes in the Palisades, Hearst, and Sunset Fire burn areas. Those go into effect at 8 tonight. The LA Fire Department is coordinating with the state to pre-deploy strike teams and equipment in case of swift water rescues. The Sanitation Department has extra staff to clean and monitor that debris flow basins, and the LADWP is on standby in case of power outages. We have live team coverage from the Palisades to Altadena, but first, scan that QR code you see right there on your screen during our weather coverage to connect to our First Alert radar network. Meteorologist Shauna Mendiola is tracking the watches and warnings going into effect tonight in your First Alert forecast. Hey, Shauna.
Hi there. That's right, Annabelle. So we're tracking right now some light rain throughout the region. This is going to continue until the evening, but overnight tonight into tomorrow, that's going to be the stronger wave of rain that we're expecting from the same storm that brought that overnight rain to us right now. So mostly cloudy outside. You may be getting a few raindrops or even just a lull in activity, which was expected. More of that rain offshore at this time. You can see the tail end of that system here continuing to push, but we've got the main part of the storm moving in here tonight and sweeping through the region. And this is why the flood watch that we have in the region is expected to start tonight into tomorrow. Not so much for the first round, but for the second round and for basically everyone in Southern California from the coast of the basin, even up into the deserts here. So really serious conditions. You can see that all of our burn scars are going to be included, and the highest risk for any possible flooding is going to be associated with any thunderstorms that happen sometime tomorrow morning into the evening. So we're going to continue to monitor that. What to expect into the weekend: light rain and a pause in activity this afternoon, but that rain increases as we go to tonight. Moderate to heavy rain into tomorrow. It's going to be a busy Saturday. We'll track it for you here coming up with that 7-day forecast. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, Shauna, this storm is a big concern for burn scar communities. NBC4's Karma Dickerson is live in Malibu, where Topanga Canyon Boulevard is closed due to the rain. Karma, how's it looking out there?
Right now it's not so bad. We're actually seeing some of the heaviest rain we've seen in hours. So the conditions at this moment aren't a particular concern. Nevertheless, they're taking precautions. Topanga Canyon, as you mentioned, close here behind me. The concern is not just the rain, but of course rock slides that could result from that mudslide. Just overall dangerous driving conditions for the foreseeable future. Expect that you can't get through Topanga Canyon. Now, of course, that's not the only area of concern, because where we are right here on either side of us in Malibu and in the Palisades is the Palisades Fire burn scar. Bracing for mudslides, people in the Palisades Fire burn scar area are being warned to prepare for potential runoff from unstable scorched land. Up and down PCH, the tale of two realities the storm brings: tempting waves and the threat to life and property. In many neighborhoods, even some homes that didn't burn sit empty. The people who lived there displaced by either internal fire damage or fears of returning. But in this area, currently under evacuation warning, some people remain.
Well, I got a swimming pool out the back that I've drained a little bit of the water out of it, so I've got some submersible pumps in low-lying areas. I've checked my rain gutters and everything like that, so we've got all the prep we can do. There's nothing coming from the property next door. So we think we're good.
Brad and Natalia Piper's home survived the Palisades fire, but the couple wasn't there when it happened. They just moved in 6 weeks ago. They said they did their due diligence and are aware of the potential risks.
Some properties have a particular land movement, like up the hill there. But on our side, that canyon is a little bit more, stable.
Their Sunset Mesa house surrounded on all sides by homes that burned. But they have examined those properties, and they believe they've been properly excavated. So any potential runoff, they predict, will pool and not flow.
So will this be the first wet season you've been through since moving in?
Yep. We also general contractors, so we're pretty handy. Like anything that's broken, we fix.
Meanwhile, some specific homeowners have received mandatory evacuation orders, with law enforcement knocking on their doors. The LA Mayor's office estimates 120 homes in the Palisades, Hearst, and Sunset Fire areas were ordered to evacuate. And Annabelle, in terms of more of what we've seen on the ground here, we've driven up and down through streets and neighborhoods, just trying to get an idea and an assessment of what people are experiencing. For the most part, it is quiet, it's clear, but we understand the conditions are going to be changing. So it's something we'll continue to monitor. And actually, in just the next few minutes, we're going to be speaking with the Los Angeles Fire Department to get an idea of what they're seeing on the ground. We'll have that report for you coming up at 4. Reporting live, I'm Karma Dickerson, NBC4 News.
All right, looking forward to it, Karma. Thank you so much for that. Meantime, flooding and mudslides are also a threat in Foothill communities. NBC4's Lolita Lopez is live in Altadena near the Eaton Fire burn scar. Lolita, how are things out there?
Well, Annabelle, it's so interesting because only minutes ago you could actually see the mountains behind me, and now look at all that cloud cover. It seems like we're in a lull in between what we're about to get and that good, light, steady rain that we have had all morning long into about an hour ago. And that's exactly what people that we talk to want to see. Some folks are coming back to continue some construction, and others are coming back to their properties for the first time since the Eaton fire.
I'm from California. We always need the rain.
Yeah. Steve Sklar welcomes the rain. His home on Loma Alta Drive is nestled under the foothills that burned in January. Existing K-rails put up by LA County months back bring him calm as construction on his home that survived the fire continues.
We're on this little knoll, so the mud never comes to our house. It always rolls around it, goes down the street.
He is doing all he can to return here full time. Equipment stationary under the rain. The showers have stalled some of the progress made across Altadena with rebuilding underway. Jose Matias shows us these sandbags he has diverting potential water and mud flow away from the coop where he has more than 24 animals. All saved, he said, when the Eaton fire destroyed his home. We first met Jose on Wednesday when he, like so many others, were picking up sandbags from the county's public works distribution site. Now back on his property, he is living in a trailer with plans to rebuild and for now trying to protect what he has left.
Se construyó con mucho trabajo.
It was built with hard work. Jose emotionally tells us about the home he and his brother lived in for 28 years. Rebuilding here expected to start, he says, early next year. Indeed, and we have seen people here along Lake Avenue coming to the grocery store outlet to pick up supplies and that kind of thing, going about their daily life, but definitely less traffic than we usually see on a typical day. We've also seen some sheriff's deputies patrolling these neighborhoods. As a reminder, these burn scar areas from here to the Palisades are still under an evacuation warning. In Altadena, Lolita Lopez, NBC4 News.
All right, Lolita, thank you very much for that update. And this was a scene earlier today in the San Bernardino Mountains. People who live in Forest Falls and Oak Glen, they feared the rain could bring even more damage to their community. And that's because 2 months ago, a storm hit that area hard and caused major mudslides. You may remember this. County crews put up signage along the highways to remind drivers of potential runoff from that storm.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been pretty mild. I mean, we're really concerned about tonight, you know, the rain overnight. I mean, a little bit of rain is good, just all at once is not what we want, so.
And coming up at 4, hear from one family who had major damage from the recent mudslides. They're still cleaning up the mess. NBC4's Christian Casares spoke with the family about what they're doing to protect their home in case the severe weather causes even more damage. That's coming up in less than an hour. Still ahead, and stay ahead of the storm with the NBCLA app. By scanning that QR code on your screen, you will be able to track the same First Alert radar network our meteorologists use to update their forecast and get weather alerts from your area and for your area sent straight to your phone.